If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome to Chris Clegg's Minor League Baseball Show. Insight on the future starts of Major League Baseball today. From in-depth scouting reports, player interviews, and can't-miss performances. If it's happening in the minors, we have you covered. Here's your host, Chris Clegg.
What is up, folks? Welcome into the show. We're back, and it's an exciting time. We're rebranding the show. You might see the graphic below. We are rebranding the Dynasty Dugout Show to Chris Clegg's Minor League Baseball Show. We cover all things minor league baseball here, doing a little rebrand, doing some refresh. We'll have some new things as far as the stream goes, and we'll be available every morning at 10 a.m. This is not exactly 10 a.m. on the first morning, but every morning, weekdays, 10 a.m., you can find Chris Clegg's Minor League Baseball Show on YouTube, your favorite podcast platform, whatever it may be. Now, we've had a little break doing the rebranding stuff, been at All-Star Weekend festivities. The draft is now over. We made it. I'm exhausted, but I'm excited to talk baseball. We have a new crop of prospects now to break down, which is exciting. So plenty to talk about. The show, the same sponsors. We're brought to you by Dynasty Dugout. We're part of the Dynasty Dugout family, even though the name won't be in there. And we're proud to partner with Connect Roasters. Connect Roasters is Ian Happ's coffee company. Makes an incredible blend of coffee. The Gold Glove blend. They've got some other new blends. They've got their new canned cold brews. And you can get the bag of the Gold Glove blend, buy one, get one 50% off by using the code Dynasty Dugout at checkout. We're also proud to partner with Chinook Seedery, the best sunflower seeds in the game. Chinook has a wide variety of flavors, sweet, spicy, salty, whatever you want, they've got it. And they're good. Go check out Chinook Seedery today. Use the code Dynasty Dugout. Get 10% off your order. All right, today we are breaking down the Futures game. I was in Atlanta for the Futures game. And while it wasn't like the most exciting thing, it wasn't the most exciting game that we've had in recent memory, there were some highlights that we need to talk about. Lots of good performances, plenty to note. It was an interesting day because, again, they play 7 innings, which I don't love. The NL team shouldn't have batted in the bottom of the 7th. They literally batted him because AL hadn't thrown 2 of their pitchers. We saw the ABS challenge system in full effect. We'll talk about that. There's a lot to cover. So let's do it. All right, first we have to talk about Josue De Paula, the MVP of the game, facing Noah Schultz, left on left crime, mashed a home run, left the bat at 109, if I'm not mistaken. Do you want to pull that up and confirm? Yes, 108.5, hardest hit ball of the game, 416 feet. De Paula had a fantastic showing in the game. Obviously, the big home run, he drove in 3 runs, was the difference in the game. Now, De Paula, very impressive to me on and off the field. You got to see him on Friday. I talked to him a little bit, and very impressive kid just overall. Like, speaks very fluent English. He's got an incredible build. He's a great athlete. De Paula just looks like a star in the making. And this is the kind of player like you want to build around. De Paula's been a top prospect for a while. Remember, he's only 20 years old. He's in high A for the Los Angeles Dodgers. De Paula just doing all the things that you want to see. And so very excited about his future and what he brings to the table. So De Paula was the star of the game. Noah Schultz, man, I think people have asked questions like, what happened to Noah Schultz? Well, that's a good question. We're still trying to figure that out. He's struggling in turnover lineups. He didn't need the turnover lineup in the Futures game, and he still struggled. So next, we want to talk about Slade Caldwell. Now, Slade Caldwell, his impressive showing was in the field. He made this incredible play. This is definitely Josue De Paula highlight. Let's try the Slade Caldwell. Here we go. Slade Caldwell made this incredible diving catch in center field. So obviously with Slade, he's on the smaller side. Good field to hit. He shows great speed. He showed those good instincts in center field. You like to see that. And this year, 3 home runs, 22 stolen bases between single and high A, 258, 423, 385. It is worth noting that in high A, he has not hit a home run in 116 plate appearances, and he's slashing 191, 353, 258. Lots of ground balls. That might be the biggest concern. So Kevin McGonigle, man, Kevin McGonigle was phenomenal. And you look at this swing. This is a swing I filmed. Look at the slow-mo here of this swing. It just is tremendous barrel control. This is nothing new with Kevin McGonigle. I mean, the barrel control is fantastic. Look at those hands. The ball is above his hands. He adjusts quick hands and just explodes through the zone. McGonigle, we have to talk about, just given he's one of the best prospects in the game. I know you look at the card, he didn't have a hit in 2 trips to the plate, whatever. He started at shortstop. Before the game, he was talking about how he's really improved there. He wants to play shortstop long-term. And shoot, he just might. I was kind of surprised when we saw the AL infield and they had McGonigle at short and George Lombard at second. So that was kind of interesting. But McGonigle has the instincts. He's made some big improvements. He's looked really good. Someone that I talked to for a good while on Friday was Owen Caissie, who had a double in the game. He's been the hottest hitter in the minors, if we're being honest. And he had this exciting moment. They ran the ABS challenge system, and this is what we got out of Owen Caissie. Let's start the video over. Not sure why I didn't start from the top. So he challenges this call. It's on the outside. This is how we start the game. First inning. It's outside. Caissie's so confident in his challenge. It was called strike 3 that he goes ahead and walks to first base. He knows that it's the ball. So the challenge system comes in. I recorded the video. I put it on Twitter where the screen comes in. The stadium was electric, guys. I'm telling you. I know everybody's like, oh, I don't know about this rule change. Everybody's going to love it. Look at this. 1.4 inches off the plate. Caissie knew it, man. It was phenomenal. He knew it right off the bat. Down and away, rung up. He stood on first base as the call came in. I've seen the challenge system a couple times, but I have not seen a player this confident. They just literally went to first base. They knew it was a walk. So the challenge system will be good for the game, I think. I know it's an adjustment. Players will adjust over time. Fans will adjust, and they'll end up liking it. I'm telling you, everybody was engaged. Everybody was staring at the screen, waiting for the ball to come in, and everybody went crazy when it happened. So the challenge system will be good for the game. Just like I think the pitch clock's been good. I know the baseball naturalists will argue, whatever, but it's a fun moment for everybody. We got to talk about the BP session. Carter Jensen was the best BP. I mean, he hit some absolute tanks. I think he hit the most home runs of any player in batting practice. He hit some mammo shots like deep. And Jensen's been one of the hottest hitters in the minors, where he's been phenomenal, guys. And it was very impressive just what he was able to do in BP. So really liked what I saw of Jensen. I've seen Jensen a lot over the years, dating back. I think he was in Columbia in 2022. It's been a while ago, but Jensen, really good. The BP was awesome. He's on the verge of being in Kansas City. And J.J. Weatherholt, who looked the part. He started the game with a double. I mean, it was a good swing, too. Like, you look at the swing that he put on that ball. It was a breaking ball from Parker Messick where he went 106 the opposite way. It one-hopped the wall. Weatherholt put a really good swing on that ball. He's now in AAA. I think he might be in the majors pretty soon. So those are the hitter highlights. We'll talk about a couple pitchers right after the break. All right, coming out of the break, we got to talk about Jonah Tong. Phenomenal day from him. He showed a lot of good things in the game. He looked tremendous on the mound. And Tong is a grade A guy. As somebody I talked to as well, I really like talking to Jonah Tong. He just loves the game and loves being around it. And you could tell, like, he was just so excited to be there. And he looked really good. He came in the second inning for the National League team, had a strikeout. He had 3 whiffs. Overall, just a great day for Jonah Tong. The fastball averaged 96. He was up to 97.5. Of course, it was a 1-inning stint, so you talk about it from that standpoint, but the curveball looked really good. You saw that strikeout on the curveball set around 78. He threw a couple changeups in the low 80s as well, and even mixed in a slider in the similar velocity band to the changeup. Tong has had a tremendous year. I mean, Tong has had one of the better years of any pitcher in the minors. He's just been so good consistently, and he's just continuing to move up. I know people have questions, and I've had my questions like, can this release work? Like, it's a funky release. He told me that he comps his game after Tim Lincecum. No shock. You watch it now, and you're like, yep, that makes sense. And Tong, so good. In Double A this year, a 1.83 ERA, a 0.93 WHIP in 78 innings, 41% strikeout rate to an 11.5% walk rate. So yeah, I'm rooting for Jonah Tong after being around him more. He fun guy, easy to talk to, loves the game. And it was really fun because Owen Caissie came in pretty late on Friday to the hotel and some of the prospect stuff going on. And fellow Canadian Jonah Tong had come in earlier in the afternoon, and Tong brought Caissie in. And some of the people were kind of like, have you already been in, Jonah? And he's like, yeah, but he said Owen needed my help. He said, I had to show him around. So that was kind of funny. And Tong, just a goofy guy that loves the game, always has a smile on his face. And, you know, he's somebody that can pitch for sure. So he is a lot of fun. So probably the most exciting pitcher I haven't seen, Jurrangelo Cijntje, which was awesome. So Cijntje, get his highlights up here, throwing both righty and lefty. I mean, this was interesting because he faced Made, who's a switch hitter, Jesus Made, and Cijntje has to declare before he has the at-bat or whatever, and he declared to throw righty to Jesus Made, and Made stayed on the right side rather than the left side, which was interesting. But Cijntje looked the part, man. He's a good pitcher from the left side. He's a really good pitcher from the right side. He's a little smaller, but he's big. He's shorter. I'll say smaller. He's shorter, but he's got a strong frame. And Cijntje just really looked the part to me. He is, I mean, that curveball looked a really good slider there, I guess, to Made, looked really good. And from the left side, I mean, it's just kind of silly like that he can switch. And watching him switch the glove was so cool. I really enjoyed that. And De Paula got some wood on that sweeper there, but flew out. De Paula, really big game overall. But yeah, I mean, it was just fascinating to me that we saw like Cijntje throw both ways. That's what you want to see. Like that kind of moment was something during the game. It's like, yes, like this was a highlight for sure. And Jurrangelo Cijntje really looked good. And while a lot of the pitchers didn't get to throw a lot, like if you look at the box score of the Futures game, you know, there was a lot of guys that got one out and maybe one batter. I mean, of course, Trey Savage got one batter, which was annoying. He threw 4 pitches. Gage Chum threw 4 pitches. Just some annoyances with that sort of thing. And so most guys didn't get a lot of outs. Trent Harris of the Giants struck out 2 batters. And Trent Harris is somebody that I've liked since last year. Really dug into his profile last offseason. I really liked what I saw from Harris. And he had a really good game. 2 strikeouts, I mentioned, 14 pitches, 2 whiffs, but he had 5 called strikes as well. You know, he led with a curveball actually that set around 80, cutter, worked around 93, 94, and then he threw the changeup at 83 and the sweeper around 84. So it's an interesting pitch mix for Trent Harris of the Giants. And when you look at Harris, like what he did, how he manipulates his pitches, again, another guy that's like just really cool. He was super happy to be there. And the movement profile, like it's a true cutter that he's throwing. I mean, it's a high carry cutter, like 15 inches, but then you're getting like 1 to 4 inches of glove side. So it is a true cutter from Trent Harris. Curveball, good depth, some sweep. That sweeper ran up to like 14 inches of sweep on it. And he threw that changeup as well that had about 10 inches of fade. So really good arsenal from Trent Harris of the San Francisco Giants. But those were the highlights to me of the Futures game. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be talking some draft with you, all those things. But thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel or your favorite podcast platform. Wherever it is, I appreciate the support. Go to thedynastydugout.com. Check out everything we have going on there. I'm doing draft reports. I'm doing all sorts of things that you need to know for fantasy, for FYPDs. I got you covered. So we'll be back tomorrow. But before then, enjoy your day. Enjoy your All-Star Tuesday. Have a great day.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.